contact!
Fuck off!
What is going on, freaks? My name is Freak and welcome back to another story time. Today we're going to be talking about the time my best friend came out to me saying that he was bisexual. This is going to get a little weird. It's going to be a little different up in this video, but hope you guys are going to enjoy it. If you missed any of the other story times, there'll be a link in the description below. You guys know what to do. Go and watch those videos if you missed any of them. They're awesome stories and you guys definitely need to check them out. So, talking about this story right now, let's clarify it. My best friend came out to me and told me that he was bisexual and that he liked men and women. So, starting it off, right, I knew this kid since I moved into this neighborhood. So, I think I was 10 when I moved in this neighborhood, so I kind of knew him since I was 11 to about, I want to say 17 is when he actually told me. So, throughout that time, I met him, and how we became best friends is because we liked Pokemon. We were playing on Game Boy Color. I don't remember what game we were playing. I think we were playing Silver, Pokemon Silver, and what's the other one? There's a Platinum, I think it was. And we were playing those, and that was a load of fun. And then we started moving on to other things like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and we got really deep into Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh cards was my shit. Except the thing about him was he was ridiculously good at Yu-Gi-Oh! And I don't know what it was. He just knew how to make a deck out of any card set, anything he could destroy me with. And I remember trying to beat him. I had the 3 Egyptian God cards. I had the full Exodia set. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, they're like really rare cards back in the day. And you'd basically win once you got them out on the field. But he would always beat me, even when I had the best cards. He knew how to strategize his deck. He knew how to play his cards. He knew what cards were going to come up when and how they were going to work. And he would always just annihilate me. So we got really deep into Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I probably spent like $2 grand or $3 grand on Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And ended up selling my deck later on. But this is how we became best friends. We started, you know, hanging out a little bit more. He was coming over pretty much every day since he just lived in my neighborhood. And we ended up going skateboarding, which he was in my first ever YouTube video. We made a skateboarding video about doing, like, stupid tricks off of things. Like, we were doing, I don't know, pop shove-its and stupid tricks that, like, were the easiest tricks you could possibly do on a skateboard. And it was a lot of fun, and he was actually in my first ever YouTube video. I'll link it in the description below if you guys want to go check it out. It's really, really stupid, but it's fun to go check out. But we did a lot of stuff together, and we knew each other really, really well until, I would say, high school came around. Now, when high school came around, I was making new friends, and I was kind of separating myself from him since I started gaming a lot more. I was getting more into, you know, Call of Duty and gaming, and he was one that didn't really game much. He was not really the best at gaming. The only game that he really liked was, like, Guitar Hero and DDR, and I was here playing like Call of Duty, Zombies, like all these like manly like games that people always play, and I was more into the shooter thing and he was more into the music side. Now I was like, well, he's not really playing Call of Duty. I'm gonna try to make friends in the high school that I was at and play some COD with some other people. So once I started developing different friends, we kind of swayed off from each other, and this developed some type of awkwardness whenever we would hang out again. It wasn't like the same thing. And this is like 7 years down the line. It wasn't the same. I wasn't hanging out with him as much. We used to hang out every single day, ride bikes around the neighborhood, chill and talk and hang out with some other people, and it was just a lot of fun. But once I started swaying off and he started swaying off, we started to separate a little bit. Until one day he decided to text me, and I was like, oh, well, that's weird. Maybe he wants to chill and hang out. He's like, hey Tom, do you wanna hang out right now? I have something to tell you. And now I knew at this moment that it wasn't gonna be something good. I knew it wasn't gonna be something that I wanted to hear, just because we haven't hung out in a while. Now, he was the type of person, I want to call him out, but he was a little bit more feminine. He was more, I don't know how to explain it. He has sisters, so he kind of developed what they kind of put out for him, if you know what I'm saying. Like, he kind of saw from them. He never had brothers to really pick on, like, what to do as a man. So he did a little bit more girly stuff. He ice skated and played tennis, and that's just what he did, and he was just a little bit more feminine. So it was more than evident that I knew what he was going to say to me, and I really didn't know how to take it because I've had other people come out to me in the past, and I don't know why, it's just me. A lot of people like to vent to me about stuff, so this might have been the opportunity for me to swoop in and tell him it's alright. So basically, he told me to meet at the park, which is just right in my subdivision. So I meet him over there, and we're just talking normally. And then he, like, finally says, hey, I need to tell you something. And he had girlfriends in the past. He never did anything with guys or anything. He was in football, like, for a year or something. But then he just flat out came out and said, he was like, yeah, Tom, so I'm bisexual. And these are one of those moments that you really don't know how to perceive to someone else, that, like, you kind of want to come off as, hey, I care a lot about you, but at the same time, you just told me that you're bisexual, and we were best friends, and I don't know how I feel about that at the same time. I'm not one that judges on people about these type of things, but when someone comes out like that to me, it's a little bit different, and it's a little bit of a shock. So if anyone comes out to you like that, don't... Try not to be, like, quiet as I was. I didn't know what to say at the moment, so I ended up saying, so how long did you know? How long did you know? I mean, I guess that's a question that you ask, right? Because you wanna see how long they knew this, because I kind of knew from a while ago. I knew for at least 5 years that he was gonna end up either gay or bisexual. So he's like, well, I was thinking about it, and over the past, like, couple months, and I'm pretty sure that I'm bisexual. And then he goes on to tell me, hey Tom, I don't think of you that way, I think of you more as a brother. And that kind of just was like, whoa dude, whoa, hey, I never went into this type of thing. Hey dude, you need to step off. I didn't say that, but I was kind of like put off by that. But then I went on to say, I tried making a joke of this, and I was like, I kind of knew, like, there's things about you that I knew that you were a little bit more feminine. I kind of thought you were either going to come out gay or bisexual. I don't know what you were going to do. So I knew you were going to come out one way, shape, or form, and I knew what you were going to say to me today. And it kind of, you know, made light of the situation, kind of made it a little bit happier, and it wasn't so depressive. But at the same time, after that night was over, I ended up not talking to him really anymore. I mean, I've talked to him once in a while, but it wasn't hanging out like we used to. And I don't know if it was just me, because it was just like a chapter in the life of ImFr3ke that we were like, okay, it's done, it's over with. He had better things to do. He was going to college at the time, and I was sitting over here making YouTube videos and hanging out with my new friends from high school. So that is the story about me, you know, having my best friend come out to me saying he was bisexual. So if you guys did enjoy this video, if you ever have someone that comes out to you, try not to do exactly what I did. Maybe make light of the situation. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say what you should do, or basically just be comforting as possible, I would say. Don't be judging, because if you're judging, then you're just gonna be like a dick, and you know, you want to keep your friends. So if you guys did enjoy this video, let me know down below if I did the right thing in this situation. How would you have done it better? Let me know down below in the comment section, and I guess I will catch your pretty faces in the next video.